Life moves fast, and so should the answers to your biggest questions. Welcome to Endo Batteries Quick Connect, your direct line to expert insights. Short, powerful, and right to the point. You send in the questions, I bring in the experts, and in just 5 minutes, you get the knowledge you need. No long episodes, no extra time needed. And just remember, expert opinions shared here are for general information and not for personalized medical advice. Always consult your provider for your case-specific guidance. Got a question? Send it in, and let's quickly get you the answers. I'm your host, Alana, and it's time to connect. Today, I have an incredible expert joining us, Dr. Jeff Arrington. If you've spent any time in the endometriosis community, you've probably heard his name. Dr. Arrington isn't just an excision specialist, he's a fierce advocate for informed consent and breaking down the barriers that keep so many from accessing proper endometriosis care. His passion goes beyond the operating room. He's fighting for real change, pushing back against misinformation, and making sure that patients have the knowledge and options they deserve. Let's dive in. Some surgeons use minimally invasive laparoscopy surgery, whereas others use robotic surgery. Is there benefit to using one over the other? And is one more effective than the other, in your opinion?
Whatever they're trained with and comfortable with. Really, it's nothing more than that. I mean, my fellowship was purely laparoscopic, and I did, my first probably 5+ years of surgery purely laparoscopic. And when robotics first came out, I saved it for my most complex endometriosis cases. So they're very, very, very good. Probably some of the best surgeons in the world are laparoscopic, but there's also very, very good, some of the best surgeons, robotic surgeons. For me, really the transition came to robotics. When I first started doing it, it offered me a couple things. Number one, regular laparoscopy, standing at a patient's side for hours on end, sometimes 4 or 5 hour cases, but sometimes 8 or 9 hour operating days. I would have to wear TED hose. I had to take ibuprofen every day, and I'd have to go home and ice my knees. And so robotics, number one, I think it's going to extend my career and give me more time where I can help patients, but it also allows me to just get up at the end of the day and walk away. For me, there's less surgeon fatigue sitting at the console. So, Dr. Sonervos, he's got a little stool thing that he sits on, so he does straight stick laparoscopy, and he does okay. So there's ways to get around it. Robotically, it allows me to take more control of the surgery, so I rely less. It's less important who I have in my operating room. Not that I don't want good people, but, if I don't have my A1 top assist for that day, not a big deal, because I've got control of more instruments of the surgery, and really the assistant is only there to kind of hold things back and to take specimens in and out. The rest of the surgery is done by me, mostly doing my own retraction. So it just gives me more control of the surgery, less dependent on who else is in the room. There's some concern about, certainly laparoscopically, you're directly connected to the instrument, so you can feel tissue feedback, or what they call haptic feedback. Having done both regular laparoscopy and robotics, I've learned that over time, the body is an amazing thing and the mind is an amazing thing. And you learn, a sixth sense robotically to tell when there's a problem with the tissue. You can tell how, even though you can't feel it, you can tell when the tissue is more fibrotic than normal just based on the tissue response to the grasper. When you're picking things up and seeing things, it's hard to explain, but the mind adapts to it, and it's pretty remarkable.
Are there risks associated with one or the other?
Not that I'm aware of. They're both laparoscopic procedures. It's just the instrument that's different.
That's a wrap for this Quick Connect. I hope today's insights helped you move forward with more clarity and confidence. Do you have more questions? Keep them coming. Send them in, and I'll bring you the expert answers. You can send them in by using the link in the top of the description of this podcast episode, or by emailing contact@endobattery.com or visiting the endobattery.com contact page. Until next time, keep feeling empowered through knowledge.